into a different universe.
That's the one.
I do get that feeling a lot still. That like
Time is illusion. You popped into a different universe.
time's definitely illusion, but I never feel like that. Just the hopped into a different universe. I'm often like, this is just a different version of the world, and I'm here now. So
every time I get close to death.
Well, there is that terrifying quantum suicide thing where like you never actually experience death.
Go on.
Because there's always some very unlikely circumstance where you don't die, and if there's a multiverse, that means all of those are happening.
So unfortunately, you live till 100.
No, you live till forever.
Oh,
because it doesn't matter if it's so unlikely that you'll live till 1,000,000. Somewhere you did.
I hate that.
And in most of those realities, no one else lived along with you.
Well, we'll see if that happens. Everybody, set your watches now to find that number again.
I figure if everybody who's even slightly unhappy kills themselves, then all of their souls will converge on the version of themselves that's the happiest. Oh my God, there's our cult. I figured it out.
Well, no, I'm not into suicide cults. Sex cults I can get behind.
You cannot choose. They all do both.
They all become... Well, I don't know. What was the one?
First of all, I'm talking about a cult, not a fundamentalist religious sect that's just a man raping everyone's daughters. We're not doing that one. Because those can just be sex cults and no one kills themselves except the sexual assault victims.
Sex cult is group. You just, since you're the cult leader, you get a little boost.
Right.
You know? It's like if you're hosting an orgy at your house, you do a little better.
You can't not suck the host dick at an orgy.
Yeah, exactly.
He has to wipe up the loads.
Yeah. I mean, you could say no, but the implications.
God, I would... it would be disrespectful, but I want to talk to Brennan about that. Like, are there implications where it's like, look, I know it's consent first, so you don't have to, but dude, you kind of have to.
No, there are definitely situations where it's like, well, we're at his house. Or, that was some good chili.
Right. I got it. Come on, I got
it. I'm not going to
I think the I gotta happens in your own head, though. It's not like there's a social expectation that you have to, but if you eat really good chili at an orgy, even if you don't feel like sucking his cock, you're like, I'm polite.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to finish him off, but...
He deserves something. We all know why he's the one hosting it and not the one going to it. Oh, that'd be so funny if there was like, oh man, that guy goes to orgies with you? I mean, he hosts them, so
yeah,
there's like a general...
Good.
There must be a general hierarchy of orgy goers.
There has to be like 9s and 10s just walking around like deities. And just going, you.
I'm like, okay.
Yeet.
I wonder if it's probably a lot like a football team. Where everyone's like, I'm a role player, but that guy's the star.
Yeah, I think the linemen get a lot of respect, though. You know, the people who are really just down in the trenches 24/7 grinding after it.
It has to be both. The lineman, I'm going to really mix metaphors here. The lineman has to be always ready to suck the quarterback's cock, but the quarterback has to be appreciative of all the cock sucking.
Yeah, otherwise the team falls apart.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how good orgies stick together.
You got to have a quarterback, hot person.
That is also not an asshole. Although that worked in the 80s. In the 80s, that was fine, but everybody was...
this may be where orgies diverged from football, because you could definitely have a quarterback who's an asshole.
Yeah, no, I think in the 80s there was probably the same thing where the hot guy... I mean, Boogie Nights just got to be a total piece of shit. Because they're like, how would we ever find another one? But now Facebook and Instagram exist, and it'd be very easy to be like, no, we'll get a different quarterback.
So I'm not going to host orgies, is what I've learned.
You're not gonna. I would host orgies to get the bump. I would if there is a bump. I would definitely do it.
I would host orgies not because I wanted to participate, but just if I had the space.
Sipping a tea in the corner.
I would know.
Reading a book, not even look it up.
I would leave. I would do like a timeshare thing. Be like, if I'm going to be on vacation, then I'm like, all right, here's the cleaning service that you call when you're done, and I don't know what happened in here.
For money? Or?
No. They have to pay for the cleaning is all. Just trying to be helpful. If I had the space,
oh yeah,
I'd be giving it up to people to help out.
Oh yeah, I couldn't host an orgy here. Jesus. No, this is
There'd be
bedroom apartment.
You'd be bumping off of people.
Yeah, and the blinds would have to be open too, because otherwise the lighting in here is terrible.
Well, this is what I run into in apartment life: is the window needs to be open to vent the stink, but there's folks out there. They'll hear.
There are folks out there.
I do. I mean, I don't care, but
I have a street-facing window, but I'm on the 5th floor, so golden.
it's not bad.
Yeah. And that window opens wide, like double suicide wide. It's up there.
That's because if your window only opens wide enough for one person to go through, it doesn't matter what you agree to. Once the first person's through, second person's not
No
going.
chance. No chance.
No way.
That's
Why I've tied us together.
with 5 feet of rope. Then you can still put the leg, but then I guess either
Then
both
if
do
you
it or
if you
neither
chicken
do
out,
it.
then you have to pull me back in, or
Yeah.
eventually your legs will get tired.
Yeah. One or another.
Wait, stop untying the knot. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh,
Or-
my plan. Splat.
It's pretty hard to untie a taut knot.
taut
though.
knot,
Yeah.
A taut knot sounds like a gross thing that an older man would call a woman.
That's one taut. It does. The first woman he sees after he gets out of the Navy for 3 years. That's a taut
That's a taut knot. All right, you're gonna need to get way less gay about your straight sexual harassment, sir.
Yeah, wait, can we...
You need to stop talking about women who are too young for you like the asshole of a man who's the right age.
Can we no longer disrespect our grandparents who were super, like, homophobic, but were in the Navy, so definitely had a ton of gay sex? Do they get a pass? Because they're like, no, I just left the gay sex in the Navy where it belongs. I'm like, well, okay. A built-in job for gay people? Gay homelessness is an epidemic. It's not if it wasn't...
I'm gay,
actively-
I have AIDS, I'm new in town. Well, join the Navy.
I mean, I wish it wasn't killing foreigners, but it's a career path.
When my grandpa, rest in peace, was in the Navy, he was in the Navy in the perfect time because he was in the Navy in the early 50s, which means he's not in a war, but everywhere the U.S. Navy goes is a place that the U.S. Navy just liberated from the rape empire, also known as the Japanese,
He's the quarterback of the orgy.
without doing anything. Everybody in the Navy. My grandpa would just be like, yeah, Australians loved Americans. And I'm like, when my mom goes to bed, I'm going to ask you if you mean you fucked a lot of Australians. And then he always went to bed first, and now he's gone to bed forever first.
Rats.
It's all right, I got some money. And a harmonica.
Which do you like more?
I mean, the harmonica's physical,
Yeah.
so there's that.
Well, the money's physical. If you print it. Print it. Fucking
Just a screenshot.
withdraw it.
Print a screenshot of my money. No, I'm using it to visit my sister in Boston, and my sister was the only member of the family he ever told that he loved, so I figure that works somehow. I'll leave it to
she's
some...
already had too much good go
So-
for her.
You're right. All right, fuck you, Molly. I'm not coming to Boston. Once I figure out the logistics.
And, yell at another Harvard guy.
Yeah, I'm going to do Goodwill Hunting. Just going to do Goodwill Hunting.
No, you got to go to a Harvard bar and pretend you've never heard of Harvard.
Oh.
Where do you go to college? Harvard? Where?
Is that... What, like UMass at Harvard? Is that a town? Or
Yeah. Is that East Coast? West Coast? That's an LA college, right?
You just gotta go. Yeah. Oh, is that West Coast? Because I've never heard of it, and I'm on the East Coast, so it must not be around here. They would know, though.
Must not be a big college.
Wouldn't they know that you're doing
the
that?
campus is small. no, because there's a Reddit post from 10 years ago about somebody doing that, and every couple of months I'll see on TikTok that it's got another, like, from 2 days ago. There's a new fucking one where, like, this still works. Well,
I should
because
do that then.
there's a grade inflation going on at Harvard right now. There's a graph out there that's like the average amount of A's in the 1940s to now, and it's like quadruple.
Well, I think are people giving up the pretense that this is real, and they're just like, no, yeah, you come here to prove that you're better than other people, and we're all on the same side here at Harvard.
Yeah, and I think STEM is still going to be just as harsh, but they have a lot more arts colleges and bullshit like that. I think the law degrees are going to be skewing because there's so many.
Because that's one that you can like meaningfully skew with implication or with or if I interpret it like this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, with STEM you have to be like, well, that's the numbers is wrong.
No.
So you can't.
Incorrect.
No, if you did that with a bridge, it would fall down.
Don't do that. Yeah, well, arts degrees definitely are contributed to that inflation, but I think lawyers are gonna not claim that they have had a meaningful impact on it, but those are the ones where it's like, that's the problem.
Well, art degrees are, by the way, economics degrees, because they pretend it's a science, but it's not. Just because there's numbers doesn't mean it's real. You made the numbers up. But no, I think with art degrees are stupid. Art education is good.
Yeah.
Art degrees are stupid.
Yeah.
You should go to a class where you do art and learn about it, but then at the end they shouldn't go, you've done...
Good art.
You've
done bad art. 9/11, bad art.
Bad art. It's hack.
It was over the top. It was yeah.
You did, I mean, 2 planes for 2 towers, that works. But now you're doing other places, which opened them up to one of them failing, so now it's not really a complete set of art. I'd have a much more favorable view of 9/11 if those guys hadn't been able to take that plane down. Then you would have to hand it to Osama bin Laden.
You failed an art piece. You don't still turn in the art piece. You reset. You start from zero.
I think that if I was getting an art degree and I failed an art piece, I would be like, that's what I meant to do.
Oh, good point.
Tell me I didn't. And then I would have to, in my own mind, understand that I had failed in what I tried to do, but there's no reason my grade needs to reflect that. That's probably what's happening at Harvard.
And we brought it all back.
That's why I got a real
With
job.
The brief 9/11 detour, we've brought it all back.
Brief 9/11 detour. The 9/11 corollary is a book that I'll write.
I actually don't know what corollary means.
I vaguely do, but not well enough to explain it.
Damn.
It's like a sidetrack. I feel like it's a sidetrack.
Go ahead and text in the correct answer to fucking what the hell.
Did anybody send anything?
No.
God,
I haven't posted that episode.
Oh, well, that's why.
This
is the pre-taped call-in show, but even funnier.
God damn it. How do I fucking... Hang on, I'm going to text you.
I have it saved on my phone. It's just bits.
It's just bits.
Currently, I have texted it AIDS, and it has texted me yeet. 872-257-6962. Call... What was the name? White Boys and the Hound?
White Boys and the Hound. Yeah.
See this? No, I feel like a slave catcher. I don't like this, especially if it's a hound.
No, we're doing Ted Lasso. Woo-hoo!
Are we doing Ted Lasso? Have I done my Ted Lasso impression on the podcast yet?
Not on the podcast, but I have heard it.
Well, I'm just so happy to be alive, even though it doesn't always go exactly how I expect. And I look forward to being the most emotionally healthy person you've ever seen, which is funny because of this accent.
Oh, I love that show. It's so good.
It's just, the show is so clearly about, like, this is what a healthy person looks like. And I'm like, I understand why people want that. But shouldn't we also be like, wait, our society is awful, that the closest we can get to mental health is watching Jason Sudeikis pretend to have it.
Yeah. And also still have panic attacks. Panic attacks, they're normal.
It's like, we really did overshoot the bad mental health doesn't reflect poorly on you to it's just fine. Mm-hmm. It's just fine to have shitty mental health. Yep. Like, no, it's not. It's bad. In fact, I don't like it.
We do need to designate an area where you can just disappear into the woods for a couple of weeks.
That's it. And no one's allowed to ask.
Yeah. You check your phone at the door.
If there's... You check your phone at a place, and if your phone is in that area and your boss texts you, it says, he's in the woods. Call someone else.
Yeah, it's called wood leave.
Wood leave.
You get 2 weeks of vacation, 2 weeks of wood leave a year.
I mean, leaf leave. We should be calling it leaf leave.
I'm sorry, I'm spitballing still. Hello, little baby.
Well, are you stressed out by having to come up with this? Maybe you should take some leaf leave.
Leaf. Leaf.
Well, he's gently biting.
Don't do that.
Gently biting. Oh, sweet boy.
He was just eating food. Go back to that.
Go eat food. Don't eat me.
White Boys and the Hound.
No!
The Hound is creating anarchy, as he often do. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky's the kind of guy that would free the slaves. I am insulting you. He really did not want me to tell that joke.
He doesn't want you to ask where he was when slavery was around.
Where were you on January 6th and also the 20th century? Or the 19th, whichever one they did slavery in. Well,
centuries are... Well, that'd be both. Quit barking.
You stop it. Ouch. You're just biting.
Lucky.
You're just biting.
Knock it off. Come here.
Oh my God, his mouth is around my throat. Connor's not doing anything to stop it. My blood is leaking out. I need leave. I like that when you're telling him something that he doesn't want to do, he gets a very alert look on his face.
Oh, no, he knows exactly what I want.
I feel like he's trying to convince you, if I could hear you, I'd be doing what you wanted, but I'm not hearing anything.
No, you're absolutely hearing me. You're just not hearing me.
He's doing very doggish deception, which is to say, not intelligent.
Oh, poor little
He
dude
fall off the
fell.
couch.
He doesn't like not being paid attention to.
I got to get a recording of Allie's cat for you that I can play on the podcast because
The stock cat.
the stock cat. But what's not stock about him is his voice. He has the most expressive meow. It's just meow, meow. He's very forlorn
Excellent.
because usually if I'm over there, Allie's not paying enough attention to him, so he's just in the corner going. Meow. The cadence changes so much.
Cat in a studio apartment.
I do love when Allie's in the bathroom to lean down next to the cat and pet him very sweetly and go, "I'm going to fuck your mom." And it's okay because he doesn't know what that means.
I have before, and I will again.
I do think he doesn't like it.
I don't think animals just like not being included in things that seem exciting,
It-
and that is something that seems exciting.
He gets annoyed when we have sex like my cat gets annoyed when I shower. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, I want to be a part of what you're doing, but not that. So stop doing that so I can be a part of it.
Animals are animals.
They're like people, except not really.
Yeah.
Except
have
they
rights.
are.
They
I-
have some rights.
I definitely think my cat is a person, though.
Your cat is
Just stupid.
a slovenly, slothly person.
She was in danger of being murdered this morning.
What happened?
Just kept trying to wake me up. She's got food. She's got water. Oh, I said the most dad thing ever to my cat the other week. She's meowing and tripping me and constantly. And I was like, "You got food, you got water, you got a bed, and you got an attitude. That is all you're getting."
Lucky does the same exact shit when I'm not paying
Yeah.
attention to him. He's humping a pillow as we speak.
He looks like he's having trouble too.
He doesn't have testicles, so I assume that'd be difficult.
That's probably making it harder. Yeah, Lucky, hump your own bedding.
Yeah, exactly. We have a pink fluffy bed for you to hump. Hump away. Normally he doesn't
He's
wake up
not
till
doing
like
it.
2 or 3 in the afternoon, but since we're talking on a podcast, he's like...
There's people over.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of mugs, which you're drinking from, I found the best fucking mugs.
Hmm?
I finally found a good gift for Allie. Because
What'd you get?
I'm an insane person. I don't
We
think gifts should be done at prearranged times. Because then I have to go find a gift, which means it's a task, which means I'm not going to want to do it, which means I'm going to put it off, which means I'm going to get you something shitty. But I just found in a storage room underground in Naperville a bunch
Whoa.
of mugs with mushrooms on them for tea.
Cool.
And I was like, that's dope, and Allie would like that. And I gave her that.
Did
and
you
I was
get
like-
all of them, or one of them? Or...
I just took all of them.
Nice.
My mom was like, I don't know if these belong to the owners or someone who left them here, so I don't know if you can take them. And I was like, well, why don't you go in the other room and not look in here until I leave?
What you should have done is give her one at a time, so then you got gifts already ready for like
They
8
all
weeks
look
or
the
whatever.
same, though.
Oh, they're all the same?
That feels insane to me.
Well, I thought they were all different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're all matching. That would... like, here's one. You can have the rest of the set each time you do something I approve of.
I meant like birthday, Christmas, etc.
Oh, I did for my mom because her birthday and Mother's Day are right around each other.
Mm.
I just buy both.
Yeah.
And then, oh, look,
One
I
of them.
found this in the past week, except I found it last month. You're allowed to lie if you're being nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, getting sets of stuff and then parting them out is a great way to do gifts. Mostly, and it declutters because gifts are fucking ridiculous.
I've been just giving people stuff from my apartment I don't want anymore, which is great for decluttering.
That is smart re-gifting. Yeah, no, I definitely have gotten several gifts that I'm like, this is going right in the trash when I get home. Sorry. Like, I appreciate the thought. Thank you so much, but fuck you.
You ever see that tweet that's like, when I go to friends' houses, I like to be like, show me where you keep all the cards I've given you.
You're a monster, and it's the garbage.
And I've many aspects of normal human society, I've come to understand their purpose. Giving people cards, not one of them. If I can see you in person, then I don't need the card because you're going to throw it away.
Yeah, I get it if you write something in it that isn't funny if you verbally say it, but that's it.
Yeah.
And that is just a hyper-specific situation that
Which is-
literally almost never happens.
Well, you should get him a card. Why? I'm going to tell him I'm proud of him when I see him.
Yeah, exactly. Or writing down something you could never say is also an option.
Ah, like a
I'm
word in a
leaving
different
you.
language.
Yeah, I'm breaking up with you cards. There you go.
Anything with enough gravitas that you have to buy a card for it, you should be saying it out loud.
I have a running joke with the person I'm seeing, which you should all just imagine as the Riddler. Just question marks on the suit.
Just start calling them the Riddler.
Well, the Riddler. There you go.
It's the Jim Carrey one.
That because they got a concussion. So and it's taken fucking forever to heal the concussion. So one way or another,
so they're easy to trick.
Yeah. Well, for a brief period, they were the smart one in the relationship, but now their head don't work right. So I've taken on the burden of being the intelligent one, which is not a good thing. So when they first got the concussion, they were like, in like 20-ish days, I'll be better, or whatever-ish. So I started counting down that if they're not better, I'm leaving them in that amount of time.
A promise was made.
Exactly. So now the bit is that on that day, we're going to a restaurant, and then I'm just going to disappear at some point in the meal.
When they have to find you?
No. I'm just going to go home. I'm just going to slip out the back, slip out a window, something like that.
Oh, that's
just
the breakup.
Disappear. But now I've got to leave a card, too.
Oh, no.
There you go.
It's not even worth it if you got to get a card.
I think the card will just be blank. Just like the outside will be happy birthday, and then the inside says no explanation.
They'll be like, is it my birthday?
What's happening?
What's going on? The weird effect of the concussion is they have been obsessed with, like, creating mind games that Batman can't solve.
Oh, yeah. Just become the Riddle on accident.
It's weird.
Arkham Asylum, but, like, assisting the bad guys?
It's weird. Ellie keeps showing me crossword puzzles and going, do you think Batman could solve this if I was going to kill Catwoman? And I'm worried about her.
It's just re-watching. Oh, God damn it. What's that? What's
the Batman?
Serial killer one that they haven't solved yet? That was
Zodiac?
Zodiac. Thank you.
Didn't they find the guy?
No.
Ted Cruz! No, I thought they found a guy that they think it is.
I thought they found him like 3 years after.
It's less unsolved than it used to be.
It continues to trend that direction.
Well, anyway, Ted Cruz! Just because that's fun to say.
What's that from?
And he's the Zodiac Killer. I don't know what it's from.
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer.
Someone once said Ted Cruz's name weird, and I'd say it a lot now.
And that's Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, and that's so much of a fact that I'm going to put the little stamp sound effect after.
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer.
Ka-chunk.
Ding, ding.
True. Well, no, that's Law and Order.
That is Law and Order.
Yeah.
Which Ted Cruz cares not for as the Zodiac Killer.
He does not like Law and Order.
Actually, he likes the order of Zodiac signs. What was the deal? Why was he Zodiac? Why was he Zodiac?
This cipher he used was Zodiac related or some shit like that.
White women love true crime. White women like the horoscopes. Perhaps a connection relevant to the Zodiac Killer.
All white women are the Zodiac.
Perhaps a girlfriend is the Zodiac Killer.
Or all. This is the Riddler the riddle she leaves to the fucking Batman.
This is not a riddle. These are several vaguely connected statements with the implication that the connection is obvious.
And on the backside it just says, I have a concussion, ?
Well, I'll just erase that question mark.
Well, just the top part of it. You can leave the bottom part of the question mark.
Oh, they know they have a concussion clearly because they wrote the top of the question mark in pencil and the dot in pen.
They just needed it to be 4 questions for symmetry of some form.
You know, parallel prongs in your thesis statement.
The Riddler, like, facing off with the Batman and just having to stop, like, 5 minutes in because they got just a massive migraine. It's like, okay, hang on a second.
All right,
This is
can you
fucking brutal.
You're just the worst.
God, could you turn the headlights off on your Batmobile? That is a bright-ass light, man. I shouldn't even be outside right now. The Riddler with a concussion is funnier than I thought it'd be. Because it makes it harder to think, so it counteracts what he was doing.
Batman, you thought that you could get away by making yourself and the environment blurry. You hit the back of your head, Edward.
Your head is actively bleeding now. It's like Batman just the whole time holding just a flashbang grenade, and the Riddler being like, that's both loud and very bright.
Ah, Batman, I'm smarter than you on any day, so it doesn't matter that you're using bat sonar to make me forget which day of the week it is. I'm not doing that, Edward.
You've hit your head very hard. You need to go to the hospital.
I can see the blood. You look like a Christmas tree.
You've done, you're not doing great. It's doing that thing where your eyes, the blood vessels in your eyes have started to pop because there's so much pressure in your fucking skull.
What are you talking about, Batman? That's crazy. Just like having Donald Trump as president, which we do right now. See, you don't know when it is.
Yeah. Nope, that's not the right year. What year is it, the Riddler? Wouldn't you like to know? Okay, that's a normal answer.
You would actually say that.
Yeah, okay.
No, he goes, what year is it? And the Riddler goes like, you must find the longitudes of where your parents were killed. To do this big math problem to find the number. And then the number comes up to like 2003. And Batman's
no.
I checked the math.
Yeah.
You have a concussion.
Yeah, I mean, we're wasting valuable time.
No, Batman,
15 minutes to solve.
You've done the math wrong. That's all it is.
Well, then what? Just tell me what year it is.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Okay, it's 2003.
What? Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, so now we're back to you have a concussion.
Stop trying to trick me, Batman.
Or the Riddler Batman has to pose questions to the Riddler to get him to answer what year it is. What is God damn, this is hard. I'm not smart enough to make this joke on the fly, man.
It's hard. Improv is hard.
Well, just the Riddler with the concussion is already such a... There's a lot of intelligence that's hard to improv.
Batman, you're cheating at the game. You took away my detonator to kill Catwoman. No, you just forgot where it is because
you have a concussion.
Riddle me this, Batman. What's green and needs to go to the hospital?
Okay, the Riddler. I know that one.
Wrong. It's the Green Goblin, whose voice I'm also kind of doing.
Damn it. How do I get...
Oh, Green Goblin is just the Riddler with concussion.
With
Tell Sanjin in that and see if he gets mad.
A multiple personality concussion. Well, we always say that Batman is the bad guy, but nobody ever listens to that. He only fights people with mental health problems. I mean, look at the evidence.
Look, we all like beating up the poor, but we don't pretend we're heroes for it.
No. I mean, that one Marine didn't. Which, wild.
Which Marine beat up poor people?
Some Marine chokeholded a guy on the subway.
Oh, he was a Marine?
Yeah, he was an ex-Marine.
Oh, there you go.
Ex-Marine, so. I mean,
Well.
ex-Marine at 24.
Oh, he probably was asked to leave.
No, that's where... That's,
Ate too many crayons.
No, for 18 to 22, it's a 4-year term, and he dipped.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's probably signed up right out of college. But,
Yeah, that was just, he just murdered a guy. I don't know why there was controversy.
What the controversy in the jiu-jitsu community, because there's two ways to do that chokehold. One is the esophagus, and the other is the carotid. And the esophagus way is wrong. That's how you kill people. So it was somebody who didn't know what he was doing, trying to do something he didn't know how to do. And that's why he
You think it was, I mean,
killed somebody.
wasn't he unconscious and the guy kept doing it?
No, he was still moving his body. He was still awake. When you're when you do that choke right, the person snores. You go to sleep. It's crazy.
I guess I didn't watch the video because I'm mad enough, so.
Fair. Well, apparently it takes 33 pounds of pressure to crush an esophagus, so not ideal.
That's not a lot.
No.
I feel like I could do that.
Yeah, you could. That's Can you pick up something and pull it to your throat that's 33 pounds? Because I'm almost certain
Probably.
you could. I think almost everybody on the planet
Stop
could.
trying to confuse me, Batman. my brain pills don't weigh that much.
What's wrong? How do I riddle this guy into the hospital? Oh, what's red and white and... fucking... You need to get inside of it.
A newspaper.
Oh, god damn it. Shit. Well, okay.
A pussy when it's cold.
What if I get him to say newspaper? Then he would say ambulance, right? Oh, God.
Let's see.
I don't.
Come on, Batman. The clock is ticking. I don't know what time it says, but it's ticking.
Retractions are on page 11. The crosswords are on page 13. What am I?
A book of riddles.
Damn it.
Written by someone irresponsible.
Damn it.
Batman.
Fuck.
My favorite puzzle book.
I'm just going to have to flashbang him. I'm just going to have to flash.
Batman, I'm going to make you solve this puzzle box. That's your phone, Riddler. Then why can't I get it to open?
Because you've forgotten the code. No, it's not possible. I haven't changed the code in years. I should really get to that. You probably did.
You probably didn't forgot, Riddler.
Yeah, 4 years ago you probably changed the code, but you think it's 2003?
No. It's 69420.
Oh, God damn it. That's clearly a 4-pin code.
No, that's the year.
4-digit code.
That's the year. 69420.
Oh, God damn. We need to go.
We're in one of those DC universes where they go into the future and fight a big gorilla.
The Riddler being like, we'll get back to these Riddlers. Let me just take a nap real quick. No. Do not fall asleep.
Batman, your intellect is so boring. It's making me snooze. You'll die.
Your brain will bleed and you will die.
Why are you singing with that rhythm? Is that a riddle? I like riddles.
Yes, stay away. It's a riddle.
I'm the Riddler.
Solve the riddle.
I'm the Riddler.
Solve the riddle. God damn it, this guy's hard to keep alive. Shouldn't have punched him so fucking hard.
What is Enigma?
What?
Alex?
Oh, God, are you... Wait, who plays the Riddler? Is it Cumberbatch?
Oh, no, Paul Dano and Jim Carrey.
Okay, the Enigma reference was
Edward
too
Nigma.
deep for me. Huh?
Edward Nigma. That's Riddler's name. Edward Nigma.
That is stupid. That is
all Batman names are stupid. All Batman names are like
that's
that.
Very true.
The Joker's name is Joe Care.
No way.
That's the alias he uses.
Well, yeah.
It's alleged that nobody knows the Joker's real name because he was born in the slop.
Not the slums, the slop.
The slop.
Which is where the water from the slum runs off to. It's a slurry.
No, the slop is where the water from the ghetto meets the sludge from the slums to create a slurry, which then when you add Joker becomes a slop.
The recipe.
What do you get when you take the water from the ghetto and the slop from the Joker's slum come?
Joker, you clearly have a concussion.
Edward.
I've got to stop hitting people.
Oh, Batman, I feel very sane. See, you hit your head.
Yeah. The Joker gets a concussion and just turns into a businessman.
He still talks like that, though.
Yeah.
It's like... And now you can see that my plan is complete. The merger will go off without a hitch.
Yes, it will. Thank you. Just shaking his head. He's still in full makeup.
Right. Still wearing a purple suit, but it's just from Armani now.
Yeah, no, just a really nice purple suit. You want to know how I got these spreadsheets? You asked Keith from accounting to make them? Yes.
Yep, and I made them. Thank you, Keith.
Keith's one of his henchmen. I made him, boss. Cracking his knuckles.
You know, I got these spreadsheets. I asked one of my henchmen to make them. Do you mean the accountants?
He's just a partner in the law firm, but his set of...
They work for all of us.
His side of the partnership are just like all Joker henchmen shit.
The office is cut in half like it's Two-Face.
Yeah. Oh, Two-Face is the board on the board, the head of the board.
Two-Face has one lawyer who's normal and one lawyer who's Joker. And he just, this would be a great... And he pits them against each other to see who wins the case every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes just normal gumshoe lunch pail reporting, and sometimes it takes being insane.
Being fully insane and convincing the jury that... Yeah, anytime they have to plead insanity, they get the Joker as a lawyer.
It's like, Your Honor, this man's not insane. He hasn't even killed any children today. Have you? Please.
I'm not on trial.
Okay, he definitely did. That guy's insane.
This guy.
The judge is like, okay, can we go not guilty so we can work on this?
And the guy he is defending is rocking in his chair and eating his hair, but it's just compared to the Joker.
It's like, what do you think of that guy? That guy's fucking crazy, man.
Okay.
I wouldn't eat that guy's hair.
He has a modicum of sanity. It's an effective strategy.
It's a good thing you wouldn't eat my hair, but all of you have. I baked it into a cake, and now you're insane. I'm the Joker. And then like a flying machine takes him away. He's the Joker.
Feels like a good end to the scene, yeah. You've put too good of a button on it, and now we can't expand the universe anymore.
Zoom out to this being scrawled by a green-gloved hand, and Batman like, that is incoherent, Riddler. You have a concussion.
God damn it.
The Joker doesn't have a flying machine. He's not Dr. Robotnik.
Well, old 80s Joker probably had a fucking flying machine. 100%.
Probably. Everybody had flying
But
machines.
nowadays Joker is dead, first of all.
Nowadays Joker's just got like a gun.
Yeah. 6 bullets, not even like 2 or 3 to make it interesting.
I love Jared Letter's Joker so much. Jared Letter's Joko.
Heath Ledger Joker is my guy. 100%.
Oh, he's the best. No, but I like Jared Leto's Joker because it's just so shallow. Like, it really is just like, what would your mom think was fucked up?
Yeah,
and then that guy was like,
"Get back at mommy." Be Jared Leto's Joker.
And I'm gonna like mail a dead rat to Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Would you like to? Well, what would your mom like the least? Robert De Niro getting shot in the face by a weirdo? Probably that, honestly. If we're gonna make a list, that's up there.
Did Robert De Niro get shot in the face by? Oh, that Joker. That's Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh shit! Which one's Jared Leto?
Jared Leto's the one that has damaged and grills.
Oh, that gross bitch.
Yeah.
I don't even consider him a Joker. I consider
He's just
him
a weird guy.
A fire hydrant.
Which is crazy because that was a good Harley Quinn.
Yeah, great Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie does a good Harley Quinn, but then the Joker is just like, I'm gonna beat you up.
Didn't he have like 45 minutes of screen time that got cut or
They
something
got
insane like
because
that?
the trailer came out and everyone was like, well, that's just so stupid.
And then everybody's like, and then they're like panicking to re-edit the movie, and that's why it's terrible.
It's bad. Now it's bad.
And
then they made another one that was good.
There are several scenes in that movie that were clearly fucking shot on a different camera because they are blurry at best.
It looks bad.
Yeah. Well, there are some scenes that look beautiful and were shot on red cams, and there are some scenes that they just needed the back shot of a person, so they took somebody's iPhone camera who was filming when on set.
I mean, we did that in the movie I made, but we didn't have red camera. We did have a red camera.
Mm-hmm. I did
But
that in the movie I made.
But we didn't have Jared Leto.
Yet.
They did get him to edit it, which is why it sucks, I guess.
There's a couple reasons it sucks.
Mostly
Get off the table, dog.
Mostly the boom op work.
Is why it sucks?
Yeah. Hey.
Because you had a bad day.
He's not biting. He's rubbing his face on me.
That's grooming.
Now he's biting a little bit, and now he stopped.
No, the tiny chomps are grooming.
Chomps.
Dogs do that.
Tiny chomps. The tiny chomps.
That's right. Rile them up.
Ah.
We're getting some good dog audio, though.
Doggio.
Audio.
Dog. How do you say it?
What time do you got to disappear?
1:30.
You got 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
If we're pushing
All
right
right.
to the number.
How many bad riddles can we come up with in 12 minutes?
That's
Stop
the
biting
riddle,
me.
Batman.
Ouch.
Lucky says podcast's over.
Batman, I stole your dog, and I'm gonna shoot him if you can't do a math problem.
This seems like really low rent, dude.
You're slipping.
This is him recovering after the concussion.
Okay. Oh, no.
Doctor said I should take a couple of weeks off, but I think I'm just going to phone it in. And it'll be fine.
So Batman's got to be like,
That's hard.
Riddler,
That's a tough
you
one.
fiend. It's 4.
Yeah. He's still in the hospital. They're just in the yard of the hospital, and he's like, "Oh, you thwarted me. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to a dark room and try not to think."
Batman, you have to get me out of this building, but I've wired myself to a bomb. That is a catheter and a heart monitor. Riddler.
I'm just gonna go ahead and unplug the heart monitor, and you should get back in there.
Hey.
Yeah, do they send him to a mental health hospital if he's got a concussion, or a regular hospital?
Ouch. I don't know. It's a head injury.
Yeah.
We are overlooking that it makes him normal. Like, if he gets a concussion and now he's normal.
Yeah.
It's like, Batman, I have a riddle for you. Why is 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7 ain't 9. Everybody
It's famously.
everybody knows. No, that's normal.
If you ever want to see my wife again, you'll have to come to my barbecue. Wait.
Sure, that sounds nice.
Can you? But are you smart enough to bring blue moons?
I mean, more of a Line of Google's fan, but sure.
That's fine. Okay. All right, Batman.
I'm actually looking for work. If you know anybody, I've got a degree in literature. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to find a job.
Okay.
I'll look around. I know Bruce Wayne. Maybe I can.
Cool. I'm going this way.
I'm going that way. So.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's nice riddling.
Bye. Never. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want it? No.
I'll see you at the barbecue.
Okay. Speaking of, I heard the best fucking dad joke. No one has responded correctly to it yet. So I don't have a swear jar. I have a negativity jar. I put $1 in it every time I have like a non-positive or a negative thought. It's half empty right now. Nobody I tell that joke to thinks it's as funny as I do.
It's pretty funny. Hey, quit eating my paper.
I told it to Allie, and she was just like, okay. And I was just like, oh, okay, fine.
It's pretty good.
We can't share everything.
There are some jokes that just get you like that, to just tickle you for no goddamn reason.
Just for you.
Poking a dog because he's pokeable. When's the next? You know what? Let's do our traditional. Use the last 10 minutes of a podcast to plan the next podcast / hangout.
I'd like to make something clear. He fluff.
He floof. Oh, I've been saying Floofenwagen. What does that mean in German? Floof.
It's if you're taking the whole word together, it sounds like a slur for a car a gay guy would drive, so it means Miata. But nice. it means fluffin' car.
What's the N? What's the EN?
Which one?
Floofen.
That's just a suffix that gets put on words, especially when you make them compound.
To conjoin
them, or sometimes like the word for blue is blau, but you would say blau and Augen for blue eyes, or you like.
So Floofenwagen would mean
what?
Fluffy wagon.
If Floofen means fluffy, sure, and they'd get it. If you say Floofenwagen and then you're like, and you show them a picture of a cotton candy car and then like a regular car, they'd be like, oh, that one's the Floofenwagen.
Okay, yeah. So I knew that I was making a word up, but I wanted to see if it could even be conceived as intelligent.
I think if you go to a German guy and you go, what's a Floofenwagen? They'd be like, fluffy. It's a fluffy car, probably.
Because I've started describing Luffy as Floofenwagen.
Floofenwagen. You called him Luffy like the pirate guy.
Luffenwagen. That's a Lufa car.
Luffenwagen does seem like a very camp Nazi. Yes, it is I, Luffenwagen. I am going to put you in the showers so I can watch. Don't worry, I won't kill you, but I will look at your buttocks.
Oh, and in other celebratory news, I actually have a goddamn weekend this weekend.
What?
I should be finishing work sometime around 5:30 today, and then I don't have shit to do. I mean, I got Mother's Day tomorrow, but then I don't have shit to do until fucking Tuesday when I start work at 9 in the morning. So that is a traditional...
It's 2 days.
That is a fucking...
It's 2 days.
Beautiful little weekend.
It's 5 o'clock and then 2 days and 9 o'clock. That's how the people do it.
For most people, everybody's like, "What are you? What? That means
is this
nothing
exciting
to me." But when working in sex work, it is
working where the Big Ten puts the videos in our butts.
Does not happen.
I have 2 days off this month.
Jesus,
I have 2 jobs.
Christ. Well, I've got several podcasts I haven't edited, so we could also just wait till June.
I can do Friday.
Next Friday. So 19th. Damn, I shouldn't have said the date because now everybody's going to be like, it took you that fucking long to edit this goddamn...
Well, just edit that out.
No, I won't. I'll be truthful. You're rowing till 6:30.
It won't take that long.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of free whenever. That's all. And then, I've got an encore the next day, so what time are you thinking?
I don't know, 2 or 3?
It's a Friday.
Give me half a day. Krankenwagen. Which is how you say something in German. I forgot what.
What?
No, remember that's what you're referencing.
But nobody on the podcast would know.
We've said that, I'm sure, on the podcast.
Well, you better have listened.
We did a podcast like a day after doing that.
Yeah.
And I told all you guys that Ned Beatty was the gimp in Pulp Fiction.
And I believed it. I still don't know who Ned Beatty is. Okay. And
he's
then when do you
the
want to
squeal
get
like a piggy guy.
Fucking hammered. Is the other event we have to schedule.
June? June.
Okay. That's fine. I'm off in June too. So.
Yeah, no, June's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. I just have training, but that's it.
Alan and I will spend about 15 minutes every time we see each other going, because neither of us has any free time.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, so
but then that we discuss that after we make that noise for sex. That's the noise it makes.
Good night, everybody.
When we have sex.
Stop it. All right, see you.
Batman.
Subscribe or whatever.